never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Deploy Critical Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it. In the last 50 years, iodine has been phased out of our staple foods and replaced with the halogen bromine, a practice now banned in nations around the world. Guess what else is in the halogen family? Fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. In 1924, the federal government did the right thing and encouraged salt producers to add iodine. It's the good halogen on the periodic table, and the results are on record. Reports documented a 15-point IQ increase in areas that had previously been deficient in iodine. Bottom line, iodine is important. Unbound, clean, in a glycerin base. Nascent iodine was the answer for myself and my family. You will find Survival Shield Nascent Iodine exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWars Life Survival Shield Nascent Iodine isn't just for emergencies. I take it every day. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
A chemical spill contaminating the water supply in 9 West Virginia counties.
This year alone, over 300,000 people in West Virginia had their drinking water contaminated.
What are the health effects of having these drugs in our drinking water?
It's forced medical treatment without the consent of residents.
My friends, water filtration is one of the most basic actions you can take to protect you and your family from the harmful toxins and heavy metals in your tap water.
On average, the county says it sprays with the glyphosate at least once a week.
Few filters cut out the glyphosate that is found in water supplies worldwide. Remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, hydrofluorosilicic acid, sodium hexafluorosilicate.
Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste.
It is our responsibility to protect our families. The establishment's not going to do it. It's time to take action. It's time to filter our water. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code WATER to get 10% off their entire family of incredible products. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to the Alex Jones Show.
Truth is stranger than fiction, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just one moment. But I tell you, that report for InfoWars Nightly News last week by Leanne McAdoo that I'd like to play some of on the weekday show and also the Sunday show is just so powerful. And it's all mainstream media clips. This is stuff we talked about, 15, 16, 17 years ago. Now it's mainstream news. I was just a political libertarian researcher who continued to try to find out what was really driving the move towards a police state, towards an authoritarian system. And really, you got about 1 out of 100 people that's a true psychopath, maybe 1 out of 20 that's a sociopath. Those are raw numbers. They vary. And they build civilizations of control over the rest of us that aren't stupid or weak. We're just naive because we're not evil. And they build these psychopathic world systems. You can archetypally call it vampirism, whatever you want, but they sell this idea that the blood of babies, the blood of the youth is going to empower you. And a lot of rich people get blood, give them my young donors, and use it as a therapy. And as long as it's free will, that's fine. It's just that so much what we've talked about is now becoming mainstream because it's so widespread they can't hide it anymore. By the way, if you actually look at the estrogen mimickers and the chemicals and things put in the food and water to dumb us down, the answer to this is just eating organic, purified water and getting exercise and being healthy. That's a lot better than drinking baby's blood, I'm here to tell you. But just a crass plug here, as G. Gordon Liddy used to say, crass commercial message. We have great products at InfoWarsLife.com, like Fluoride Shield, that is nascent iodine, proprietary type, with 5 other key ingredients: zeolites, organic fulvic acid, Shilajit, organic cilantro, that together chelate and pull the toxic heavy metals out of your body. You can get Fluoride Shield, developed by Dr. Edward Group and others, at InfoWarsLife.com and support the broadcast while you're doing it. you can get the Super Mel Vitality that I'm going to take a little shot of. I haven't taken this since this morning right now. That has 8 concentrated organic herbs that give me better libido, better focus, better workout. I've lost a lot of weight. And I chalk it up to Super Mel Vitality and changing my diet. So InfoWarsLife.com. Now, shifting gears. I want to play this special report filed by Staff Sergeant Joe Biggs of course, Esquire fame, reporting on some of his combat exploits with the late, great Rolling Stone reporter Michael Hastings. He now works for InfoWars, and he's put together this report dealing with DARPA's move to brain chip the population, and not just the military. And he went out and talked to some folks on the street about that about a week ago. In fact, it might have even been a week and a half ago this report was on the Nightly News. Let me see the date of that. Yeah, no, this was not this Friday, but the Friday before last, so 8-9 days ago. I guess it's the 18th now on this original transmission. But here is the headline today. Ex-DARPA director and Google exec pushes microchipping human beings. Here's another one on Defense One. Now the military is going to build robots that have morals. Yes, they decide autonomously when to kill or not kill, and well, you know that they'll do what the New World Order needs them to. Meanwhile, we're all being killed by little robots that we hold up to our heads all day that in their own studies, they admit vibrate the DNA in your body, like microwaves heat up water, and causes massive brain cancer increases. And here is the London Telegraph. Intensive mobile phone users are at higher risk of brain cancer, study says. People who use their cell phones more than 15 hours each month, my gosh, that sounds like regular users, found to be 2 to 3 times higher risk of developing glaucoma and, how do you pronounce that? Minami? I don't know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that, guys? You see that? M-E-N-I-N-G-I-O-M-A. I may already have one. I can't read this. Meningioma tumors. Am I saying that right? So people who use mobile phones intensely appear to have a higher risk of developing certain types of brain cancer. French scientists have said, reviving questions about phone safety. Well, I mean, it's a microwave system. We know what's going on. So we're killing ourselves to live. As the Ozzy Osbourne song says, it's an incredibly serious issue, and we need to be honest about this. It's like cigarettes. Everybody's brought up smoking them in the last few hundred years, so it's a conspiracy theory to say that it gives you cancer. Once you get used to something or acclimated or almost evolve to accept it, even if it's killing you, you go along with it. Bottom line, use hands-free. Bottom line, don't hold it up to your head. Even the contract you sign to get a cell phone says that, folks. This is a bigger health crisis than cigarettes, many top scientists say. Research it for yourself. Look up cell phone dangers online. Find out for yourself. There are thousands of studies saying it will kill you deader than a hammer. Now, here is our next report with Sergeant Biggs, Staff Sergeant, looking at brain chips the Pentagon is pushing.
Your mind. It is the center of your life. It is everything you hear. Everything you see. Everything you feel. It is everything you are. How would you know if someone stole your mind?
Right now, President Obama, you ever heard of DARPA?
No, I have not.
Okay, DARPA is a military agency that we kind of have. It's a Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. You can go to DARPA.mil and see it. So it's like CIA, all that stuff. They build a lot of the secret military stuff, robots and all that stuff. So right now, President Obama is giving them $100 million in what he calls a brain initiative to help restore lost memory on soldiers who have had traumatic brain injury. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, I would think that's a good idea.
The Brain Initiative will change that by giving scientists the tools they need to get a dynamic picture
to help us
of the brain in action.
2 + 2 = 5.
And better understand how we think and how we learn and how we remember.
I didn't know nothing about that.
It's been all over the news, CNN, Fox, all over. I mean, it's even on DARPA's website.
I'm sorry, I don't do the news because The news is full of crap, okay?
Okay, well, that's what I understand that. I'm just trying to get an honest opinion. I mean, do you think that's a good idea? That if they could help you restore memory, I know I myself have traumatic brain injury.
Well, yeah, if they can help a soldier, hell yeah, of course.
So it's a good idea for them to implant something like that to help restore the memory.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Right now, President Obama has what he's calling the Brain Initiative, and what that's going to do is help restore memory in soldiers that have had traumatic brain injury. You think that's a good idea to help restore memory that's been lost? You've heard of DARPA, right? Yeah. You heard of DARPA? Mm-mm. The guys that make all like the cool robots and all that stuff for the military.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what they want to do is build a chip that they'll insert to your brain and help you restore memory.
That's a bit much to me. That's kind of weird.
They hack everything.
But what if we could cure racism with it too, though? I mean, we could take someone who's racist,
now.
alter that, and put that in the chip, and then take the racism away. That'd cure everything from the world.
Nah, you got it. If somebody wants to be racist, let them be racist.
You think it'd be a good idea for the government to implant something into you to help you remember that stuff? I mean,
like a microchip?
Yeah. I mean, you think that would be good?
See how mainstream this is now?
Do they have the technology to do that?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, if it doesn't have any detrimental side effects, yeah.
No. You're not for that?
No. I'm for it if you want it.
Just the government.
But I'm just asking your opinion on it. Do you think it's a good idea that some people could have that restored?
No.
Oh, is he going to be the first puppet to get one?
You know that's not going to happen. He's going to use on the soldiers like he always does.
He's my leader. Well, he's their leader.
Yeah.
I thought you're supposed to lead by example.
In the budget I will send to Congress next week, I will propose a significant investment by the National Institutes of Health, DARPA, and the National Science Foundation to help get this project off.
All they're doing is rolling out what they already developed.
I'm directing my Bioethics Commission to make sure all of the research is being done in a responsible way.
Oh, the Bioethics Commission says euthanasia is good and infanticide.
With the private sector, including leading companies and foundations
death panels
and research institutions to tap the nation's brightest minds.
They're going to make us so sick we got to have brain chips to survive. That's the plan. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us. Final segment straight ahead. I'm Alex Jones. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation.
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of